everybody. Welcome to Storytime. It's Friday. Yay! It's kind of chilly out again today. We had some really pretty days earlier this week, but today is a little chilly. What'd you do? Did you guys play outside earlier this week? Are you playing outside today? What'd you guys do? Did you watch a movie? What was your favorite movie you watched? Or show? What did you do? Let me know. I want to hear what you guys are up to. I have something super duper duper exciting to tell you. Today, a few of us went to church and we set up something really, really awesome. It's a prayer walk. So you get to start at the main entrance and then you can walk or drive around church. And there's different things that you and your family can pray for. But the really fun part is that there are hearts all around our building. And on those hearts, well, not on the hearts, but the hearts represent all the kids that have come to CC Kids or to youth now, and all of the ones that are yet to come. So there's all these hearts for all these kids that have come to our church or are yet to come to our church. And so we can pray for all of the kids that are going to be impacted by us, which is amazing. And there's two places, look at my fingers dirty. There's two places where you can write your prayer requests and your things that you are thankful for. I have one picture to show you. Are you ready? Let's see if it works. Oh, I got my phone up. Took some pictures today. So this is our slide room. Do you see it? That's our slide room. And do you see all those hearts in there? And this window is about families. So when you're on that window, then you can pray for family stuff. And if your moms and dads go to christchurchmequon.life, there'll be a prayer guide on there. So as you're walking around church, you can pray for all these different things that we are affected by when we're in quarantine. And it's just going to be nice. It's going to be awesome to see church again, right? Because who doesn't miss church? I do. I miss church, right? I miss church a lot. And two, one, you can see church. Two, you can pray for all the things that are there. And three, you get to write with chalk. So that's awesome. And four, there's a project for you to take home. So you can continue to remember to pray for those things. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see all the families that do our prayer walk because, it's awesome. I did the prayer walk by myself today after we had finished. And later, we're going to take our family and we're going to do the prayer walk. So it's a great thing to do with your family. So moms and dads, if you're listening, make sure you check out our prayer walk. There'll be more information as the weekend unfolds, and next week there'll be a ton more information about it. But you can check it all out on christchurchmequon.life. So do that. I can't wait to see it and hear about it and how much you love it. All right, so we are reading more about Moses. This is what we're reading today. So if we remember, we'll do a quick review of what we learned about Moses so far, right? So when he was a baby, right, his sister Miriam put him in a basket, and the princess found him, and he got to grow up in Pharaoh's house. See, look at Moses, and he got to grow up with the princess. And then he grew up, right, and he became a shepherd, and he heard God talking to him, right? And in the burning bush, right? Remember how we learned that the bush was on fire because God was in it, but it wasn't burning up? And if you check out Jump this week, they're going to go more in depth on this story. So if you have a elementary kid as well, make sure you check out Jump on Sunday night at 6 because they're going to go more in depth on this story. And so then God told him he had a really, really special plan for Moses, and he was going to help get all of the Israelites out of Egypt. So then he would ask Pharaoh, let my people go, right? And Pharaoh said, no way. And then something bad would happen. And then he would ask him. And then Pharaoh would say yes, but he would change his mind. And then something bad would happen, right? So, yeah, not good. And then the last plague was really not good, right? Because that's when Pharaoh's son died. And he said, get out. He was mad and sad. Mad and sad, right? And so then all the Israelites left, and they're traveling, and they come to the Red Sea. But behind them, they hear all this thunder. It sounded like thunder, but it was all of Pharaoh's chariots coming after them. But they got to the sea, And Pharaoh's army was still coming, but God told Moses, don't worry, I have this. And he told Moses to raise his staff, and when Moses raised his staff, the sea parted, so all the Israelites could walk through the Red Sea on dry land. Because God was taking care of them, right? He said, don't worry, I got you. Then they were hungry. It was like, we're so hungry. So God sent food from heaven called manna. Say manna. Manna. Remember what it tasted like? It tasted like bread sweetened with honey. God said again, don't worry, I got you guys, right? I'll take care of you. So there they are collecting their manna, and every morning the manna fell from the sky just for the Israelites. All right, so now we're on mountaintop moment. I wonder what's going to happen. You can find this in Exodus 19 through Exodus 20, and also in Exodus 32 and in Exodus 34. The wind nearly pushed Moses off the rock he was sitting on. Only Moses was allowed to be on the top of the mountain. Only he was allowed to meet with God. God's people waited at the bottom of the mountain, wondering what news Moses would bring back for God. A big cloud of fire, smoke, and wind. God came down to the mountaintop. God told Moses many, many things. When Moses went down the mountain and told the people what he wanted, they said, We will do everything the Lord has told us to do. So Moses would go up the mountain, and there was fire, smoke, and wind, and God was in that fire, smoke, and wind, just like he was in the burning bush. And he would tell Moses lots of things. And Moses would go down and tell the people, and the people say, We will do whatever God says. Lightning lit up the sky and revealed a thick cloud of smoke that made the mountain look like it was on fire. God wrote the 10 Commandments on two stone tablets so the people would know the rules that would keep them safe and free. God gave the tablets to Moses when he went back up the mountain. So he wrote the 10 Commandments. And he wrote it on stone tablets and sent Moses down the mountain to show the people. But when Moses returned to the people, they were not keeping their promise to God. They had collected all the gold in camp, melted it, and made a statue. They were worshiping a calf made of gold instead of God. Moses was so angry that he threw down the stone tablets and they broke into pieces. So they made an idol. Oh, can you say that word idol? Idol. One of the commandments is thou. You will have no other gods beside me, and you will make no idols. Oh, Moses was mad. He was mad that the people made this statue. He was mad. Because they told him they would do whatever God said, and then they made this statue. Later, God wrote the 10 Commandments on 2 new stone tablets. These tablets kept safe inside of the Ark of the Covenant. We will learn more about that as we keep reading. Moses realized that his life was full of adventure. Few people had ever talked to God like he had. And he not only talked to God once, he talked to him multiple times. It says Mount Sinai was the name of the mountain where God gave Moses the 10 Commandments, Mount Sinai. And in Exodus 34:6 it says, I am the Lord, I am a God who is tender and kind. I am gracious, I am slow to get angry. I am faithful and full of love. So while Moses was up here talking to the people, talking to God, remember the people said, we will do whatever God said, and then they didn't. Sometimes that happens with us too. Like we say, yeah, Mom and Dad will do that, and then we mess up again, right? The people of Israel were just like people like us. Sometimes we say we're going to do something, and then we mess up. And that happens. But you know what? God always forgives us. Even when we mess up, and even when we make him angry sometimes, he always forgives us. just like Moses ended up forgiving the people, and he went back up and he got the new storm tablets, and they had the commandments on them again. Let's pray. Dear Jesus, thank you so much for each of the boys and girls here today. Thank you so much for loving us. Thank you for taking care of us and protecting us. We are sorry that we make mistakes. We are sorry that we sin against you. But thank you for forgiving us. Thank you for still loving us. And thank you for washing those sins away for us. Keep us safe this weekend as we are with our families. And bless our days. Amen. Amen.
Hey CC kids, it's Mike and Rachel and Hannah. Can you say hi, Hannah? Hello! We are here to sing you guys a song this morning, and so we're going to sing you Lord, I Lift Your Name on High. So wherever you are, I hope you sing with us. All right, here we go. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you came to save us. You came from heaven to earth to show the way from the earth to the cross. My debt to pay, from the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I love to sing your praises. I'm so glad you're in my life. I'm so glad you came to save us. You came from heaven to earth to show the way from the earth to the cross. My debt to pay, from the cross to the grave, from the grave to the sky. Lord, I lift your name on high. Lord, I lift your name on high.
Welcome back. Thanks, Mike, Rachel, and Hannah, for the awesome songs. I love when you sing. Our next book is called Look Closer, and it is by Peter Zabel. This one is super fun because it's a guessing book, so you get to guess during it. Yay! All right. What? Move it back. What keeps your teeth clean? I want to make sure I'm getting it in there. Keeps your teeth clean. I think it is. Did you guess? A toothbrush. What untangles your hair? What do you think it is? It's a comb. What do you use to knit? What is it? It's yarn. What do you wear to feel warm? What do you think it might be? It's a sweater. What is a warm and fuzzy friend? You know what this is? It's a kitty cat. What tastes sweet? I think that is. It's sugar. Oh, we love sugar. I love baking with sugar. Making sugar cookies, making sugar cookies. I also love to eat these. What is juicy? It's oranges. The page fell out. Whoopsies. What do you eat for breakfast? It's shredded wheat. Does anybody eat shredded wheat for breakfast? What keeps you dry in the rain? An umbrella. What dries you after your bath? A towel. What sprays water? We read this book tonight and we thought this kind of looked like snake skin. But it wasn't. And snakes don't spray water. It's a hose. What do you pull up and down? What do you think it is? It's a zipper. What can you learn to tie by yourself? Shoelaces. What do you add each year? What does that look like? Candles. Oh, that was a fun book. It's called Look Closer. I love it because it's like real life pictures. Look closer. I gotta tape my book so it broke. We read it too much. We might have read this one. I don't remember. But it's Badger's Fancy Meal by Kiko Casca? Might have read this one. I don't remember. But we're going to read it again. This is funny. Badgers are funny. The characters are funny in this. So there's Badger, and there's this hole that he lives in. And there's all of his food. Badger's den was full of food. He was not happy. Apples, worms, and roots. Same old, he said. I wish I could have a fancy meal for a change. So Badger crawled out of his den, eager to set out to find his fancy meal. He was going to find something fancy to eat. What's fancy to a badger? Soon, look at his face, he's so excited. Soon, Badger spotted a mole walking by. He thought, how about a mole taco with hot, spicy salsa? Now that's what I call a fancy meal. Look at this mole. He's like, I don't want to be a mole taco. He jumped for the mole, but it was too slippery. It slipped and slid right out of Badger's hand. Then it scampered away as fast as it could and found the perfect hiding spot. Do you see he found a hole to go into? That's a good hiding spot. Badger was disappointed, but not for long. Oh, look at he's excited again. And look at this mouse is like, I don't think so. Badger was disappointed, but not for long, because soon he spotted a rat walking by. He thought, how about a rat burger smothered in cheese sauce? Now that's what I call a fancy meal. You see that at the top? He jumped for the rat, but it was too wiggly. It wiggled and jiggled right out of the badger's hand and scurried away as fast as it could. Now look down here. Look at this mole. Look what he found. Roots, worms, veggies, apples. Looks like what Badger was having to eat, huh? And found the perfect place to hide. Now he's falling in that hole. Do you think it's the same hole? Badger was disappointed again, but not for long, because he spotted a rabbit walking by. He's like trying to hide in that leaf, but the rabbit's like, I see you there, Badger. Because soon he spotted a rabbit walking by. He said. He thought, how about a rabbit banana split, covered in hot fudge? Now that's what I call a very fancy meal. He jumped for that rabbit, but it was too quick. He hippity-hopped right out of Badger's hand and then bounced away as fast as he could. Look at the mouse found the mole, and they're eating the foods. There's carrots and apples and worms and potatoes. And found the perfect hiding spot. Look at, he's jumping in that hole too. Poor Badger, he had lost 3 meals in a row. And now he was really, really hungry. He screamed, I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. Uh-oh, look at this horse. Oh, really? Said a loud voice. Badger couldn't believe his bad luck. There, glaring down at him, was a big, mean-looking horse. You eat me, sneered the horse. I don't think so. But look they're all eating his food down here. You see that? The 3 animals he tried to eat are eating his food. Now, stop badgering me. And with that, the horse kicked Badger way up into the air. But now these 3 had eaten all of his food, and they were ready to leave. They had nothing left to eat. Badger flew and flew and flew some more. And now these 3 are leaving the hole, right? There comes Badger. And thump! He landed right where he started, in his own den. Thank goodness I made it home, exclaimed Badger. Who needs a fancy meal anyways? I have plenty of good food right here. I don't know about that, Badger. But Badger was wrong. His food was all gone. Instead, he found a short note, which said, Dear whoever lives here, sorry for dropping by uninvited. A nasty badger was chasing us, and we had nowhere else to hide. The apples, worms, and roots were delicious. Thanks for the fancy meal. And they put their paw prints there. And now they're all full, but Badger's still hungry. Oh, man. Badger's fancy meal. That's a silly Badger. Next time, he's just going to learn to eat his own food, right? Okay, our last book. This also has to do about eating. It's called Carnivores. This is written by Aaron Reynolds and Dan Santat? Carnivores. Oh, it's written by Aaron Reynolds and illustrated by Dan Santat. It says that. All right, that light is a little bright. Let's see if we can move that over just a little bit. There we go. Is that better? There we go. I just want to make sure you guys can see better. Oh, there's a lion, a shark, and a wolf. A lion, a shark, and a wolf. The lion is known throughout the animal kingdom as the king of the beasts. The great white shark is the most feared predator in the ocean. And the timber wolf howl strikes terror into the hearts of fuzzy woodland creatures everywhere. But even savage carnivores get their feelings hurt. Oh, look at this sad lion. The lion tries to ignore it when the gazelles whisper behind his back. He pretends not to see the zebras looking down their noses at him, and the wildebeest call him Bad Kitty just because he's eaten half of the neighborhood. It hurts. It really does. There's a great white shark. The great white shark. He gets such a bad rap. All those shark movies don't help. Everyone talks about feeding frenzies, but he's simply a fast eater. Nobody understands. And the timber wolf almost never eats little girls. That Little Red Riding Hood story is very, very misleading. The bunny rabbits always say, "Quit sneaking up on me!" But he's not sneaking. He's merely a very quiet walker with ferocious fangs and scary eyes. He can't help it. So it was just a matter of time before the lion, the great white shark, and the timber wolf started hanging out, because even carnivores need to share their feelings. At their first get together, the timber wolf came up with an idea that might solve everything. This says, "When in doubt, hug it out. We'll go vegetarian." Vegetarian means you eat no meat. So they would have to change everything they ate. The lion tried to enjoy his salad, but leaves and barks kept getting stuck in his razor-sharp teeth. The great white shark ate nothing but seaweed for a whole day. It left a horrible, kelpy aftertaste in his mouth. And the timber wolf tried his hardest to eat only berries, but every single berry bush seemed to have a bunny inside. Oh boy. Before long, the great white shark came up with a fabulous new idea. The disguise plan. New outfits will blend right in. At first, the lion's antelope disguise worked out terrific, except everyone treated him so nicely. But when the other antelope spilled his zebra breath, it was all over. I'm going to be trying to pretend to be an antelope. Oh, the great white shark blended right in with the dolphins. No one suspected him of being bloodthirsty at all, until the dolphins disappeared. And the timber wolf kept drooling on all the other bunnies. The disguise idea was a dud, which was very frustrating, which made them all hungrier than ever. You see all this water? That's all of his drool over the bunnies. Silly. As a last resort, the lion invited the oldest and wisest carnivore he knew to speak to the group. The great horned owl seemed very happy to be included. "What should we do?" asked the lion. "Everyone is mean to us," said the great white shark. "I don't even know what to say," said the timber wolf. The owl smiled. "I used to get my feelings hurt too. But now I remind myself, I'm not bad. I'm a carnivore. Eating meat is just what I do." "I'm not bad," whispered the lion. "I'm a carnivore," confessed the great white shark. "Eating meat is just what I do," declared the timber wolf. The wise old owl was brilliant. It turned out he was also delicious. These days, things are different. The lion doesn't dread going to the watering hole anymore. When the zebras give him a nasty look, he smiles his friendliest smile and eats them. The great white shark feels much better about gobbling up everything in sight. He knows he's a husky fish with a healthy appetite. When the timber wolf gets the munchies, he doesn't think twice about grabbing a handful of bunnies. They have a really negative attitude anyways. After all, they're not bad. They're carnivores. Welcome new members. Eating meat is just what they do. This is just kind of a silly book, right? Kind of a silly story. Well, that is the end of story time today. I'm so happy that you joined us. Don't forget, it's Friday, so Sunday is coming. Got to make sure that you watch church, and there's all the kids stuff on the ChristchurchMequon.life page, all the stuff for the kids to do there. There's activities to print out, there's videos to watch, so make sure you check that out. And the prayer walk. I'm going to show you one more picture of the prayer walk before you leave. So this is a good one. This is one of, do you see that? Ooh, do you see that? All those hearts. You see a little chalk on on the ground there. There's a little bit of chalk already done. So you guys check out that prayer walk with your family. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. We want everyone praying, right? Praying is awesome. So as I leave you today, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you again on Monday for Storytime. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Bye.